Morning, day 19. Look at that sky. Not a cloud in the sky. So, with any luck, beans will be dried down enough today that I can actually start cutting. If it'll happen, I don't know. I sure hope so, because they're talking rain at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So I'd like to get as much cut as I can today and maybe into the night to try and get something done. But I don't know, we'll see. The problem is we got a heavy dew last night, so the dew's got to burn off, and then the beans have to dry down just a little bit so I can try them, test them to see where they're at, because I don't even know if they were dry enough from the rains that we got over the weekend yet. I'm hoping they are. They got to get dried down, and then maybe, just maybe, we can cut today, because they're talking rain for the next 3 days. So hopefully I can get something done today. The problem is the fields are muddy, so I'm going to be rutting stuff up, and that's what I don't want to do. But at this point, it is what it is. Well, let's jump in the side-by-side and go bite into some beans. Just for giggles, just to kind of get a feel for where I'm at. The pods are still tough, so they're not dried yet, which means the beans aren't going to be dry yet. No. I'll be lucky to cut this afternoon, that's for sure. Look at the combine just sitting there, all lonely. It's looking at me going, "Are you going to feed me?" Soon, girl. Real soon. Hopefully. We have a nice little breeze right now. Full sun. I wish it was a little warmer, but I'll take the temperatures that we're at. Beans should dry down. If they're going to dry down enough to harvest them, I don't know. What I'm starting to get worried about now is shatter. Shatter is when the pods crack open and the beans fall out of the pods and hit the ground. Once they hit the ground, you can't pick them up or harvest them. And how shatter happens is we've had significant rains over the last 2 weeks. The beans are swollen, the pods are swollen. The pods are going to dry faster than the beans will. So the pods will shrink. They're like a sponge. How the sponges shrink as they get drier. Pods are going to shrink faster than the beans are going to shrink, and then it's going to cause them to split open a little bit. And when that happens, you need a nice little breeze like this just to shake the plant just a little bit, and all the beans fall out of the pod onto the ground. That's what I'm fearful right now for. But I mean, it is what it is at this point. You go in and you just harvest what you can and hope for the best. But we'll see. Hopefully we can get in there this evening or this afternoon and run. Oh look, it's starting to cloud up. Wonderful. Guess I'll go check the progression of beans. Well, the pods are cracking open better. I don't know. That one's mush. I had one crack, one mush. So, I guess we'll walk a little further into the field and see what it does. That pod's a little tougher. That kind of cracked. I think I'm gonna give them another hour and try them again. Look at the animal damage we have here. Plants are just laying over because deer come out here and they're running around playing and everything, and they're just knocking plants over. Stupid deer. I don't know. It's 4:15 right now. The beans are close, but they're not close enough to make me want to fire the combine up to stab into them to see where they're at moisture-wise. And it's getting cloudy. It's starting to cool off just a touch, not terrible. So, but the wind's blowing. So we've got one out of the three variables for us, going for us. I'm gonna give it till 5:30, and then I'm gonna go out there and bite into them again, and if they're at the point where I feel it's time to fire up the combine and test it, then I'll test them, and if they're 15% or less, then I'm gonna go until dew sets in or whatever. Everything's full or dew sets in, one of the two. But we'll see. This is a big hurry up and wait game is what this is. Get everything in place, get it ready to go, and then you just sit there and wait for the beans to dry. But it is what it is. So we'll try them again in about an hour, hour and a half. And if they're not ready by 5:30, then at that point the sun's going down and dew will be setting in a few hours. They're not going to get any drier after about 5:30. So that's like my threshold. So we'll see. Not looking good. It's about 5:15 right now, and these beans are still, they're still a little on the wet side. So they need, like, this time tomorrow I would definitely be able to cut. They need just one more day, and we're not gonna get it. It's gonna rain in the morning now, and it's up to 85% chance of rain. So is what it is. It's kind of discouraging, but whatever. Mother Nature just keeps throwing punches. All right, guys. I don't know what we got planned tonight. If we go for a motorcycle ride, I'll continue this. If not, thanks for watching. Talk to you tomorrow.